Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Azorius Chant in Timeless format. So I was given the idea of trying out this deck with this card called Orim's Chant from Discord. As you can see, the deck list looks completely different. It has gone through some changes. And this deck is an abomination. So what I mean by that, at a glance, it does look like a control deck, and it can be played kind of like a control. But there is a strong combo here that makes this deck into a prison. So going back to this card, Orim's Chant, this is a new card from Modern Horizon 3. I believe this is a reprint that is new to Modern. And for 1 white mana, you can make target player can't cast a spell this turn. And if you kick it by paying 1 white mana, creatures also cannot attack this turn. Essentially, for 1 mana, you could make your opponent not play the game for that turn, which is quite powerful. But let's say if you pair that up with the Teferi. If you Orim's Chant your opponent, they can't play a card that turn, and your turn comes back, and opponent still can't play the game. So what is going to happen if you can keep doing this? Well, my opponent can't play the game. So that is the idea. We're going to be using Snapcaster Mage and Cyber Siphoner to get back Orim's Chant, along with some copies of Ephemerate as well, and make your opponent never play the game. Now, obviously, if you use the Snapcaster Mage, the Orim's Chant does get exiled, so that's where the Cyber Siphoner comes in. For 2 more mana, you can put the instant or sorcery card from the graveyard into your hand. And this card also has flash similar to a Snapcaster Mage. Cyber Siphoner can get back the Orim's Chant, and you can keep using it. And that's where the Ephemerate comes in, right? If you Ephemerate the Cyber Siphoner, you can get back the Orim's Chant, but because you use the Orim's Chant, they can't respond to Cyber Siphoner coming down to kill it before the Ephemerate comes down. And if the Ephemerate does come down, then the Cyber Siphoner can grab the Orim's Chant, and your turn comes back, you get to rebound with the Ephemerate, but because it rebounded, the Ephemerate goes into the graveyard, so Cyber Siphoner can grab the Ephemerate back. So now you have an infinite loop, right? Orim's Chant, Ephemerate the Cyber Siphoner grabs the Orim's Chant, and then rebound the Ephemerate on the Cyber Siphoner, and then grab the Ephemerate using the Cyber Siphoner coming back onto the battlefield. And if you do have Teferi down at the same time, your opponent cannot play the game. So that is the idea here. It does look like a control deck, but it is actually a combo deck that is trying to lock out your opponent. So thanks for that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay, let's try this out. Let's try out this monstrosity. I do not like the fact that we have double planes here, though. It's not a good start. If I counter a 2 mana, I can cast this for 3. Interesting. Is this a card that we need to actually counter? Maybe. Yeah, it's just a Kami though. Field of the Dead in a Forest. I will say, that is one card they can play through a Chant, which is... Oh my god. Why? Game. Why does it have to be a Field of the Dead deck? Why? What did I ever do? Yeah, what did I ever do? Okay, miserable.
are more useful texts down on the surface.
Yeah, we're just not gonna beat a Field of Dead. I feel like maybe we should have a Field of Ruins. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should have a Field of Ruins.
I'd rather avoid a fight.
Because I don't know how we're gonna beat zombies coming down, you know? I mean, I guess we do have board wipes and stuff. I guess it's not the end of the world. Yeah, there's the zombies. Oh yeah, Orim's Chant also makes creatures unable to attack. We did get a Divine Purge. I guess we're just doing Orim's Chant again, though. Let's save the Divine Purge for the last.
Violence is not the answer.
Archdruid's Charm. A Blast Zone. I don't know. Should I have counter that? Maybe I should have. So that this doesn't happen.
I'll find a quieter place to read.
What does it say? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna take some damage here. And we're gonna start attacking with Solitude. So I don't think they have anything other than like Gate. I'm gonna draw into this for my Brainstorm. What a weird game. So there's the Kami. They're just going to get more zombies out of it. More zombies. Yep, yep, yep. I would love to have like the fairy or something. Accidentally cracked this. That's not what I wanted to do, but it is what it is. Let's go with the Treasure Cruise. Yeah, that is not what I wanted to do. My bad. So let's get rid of these guys. This one. Okay, we got a Teferi. Okay, let's do this. Court of Calling? What is going on here? Okay.
I can no longer stand by and watch. Let's try this.
That was kind of unexpected, right? Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. We can't use this mana. The timing was great because it was during the main phase. I guess that's dead. So kill this, I would need another mana drain. I guess I do have a Snapcaster Mage for that.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Okay, so this is happening for sure. I think this is happening. Let's actually see what we're getting. We got another Orim's Chant. We don't need a polluted Delta right now. Let's top the Snapcaster Mage. Divine Purge. We're gonna attack. Orim's Chant. They can't play anything. Now we're gonna crack this. Get back. I think it's actually another treasure cruise. Let's attack again. Get back some life. And we pass. There's another field. I think I am going to Snapcaster mana drain this. Okay. So Lauren revealed and opponent surrenders. That's what I'm saying. This deck is cancer. It's unfortunate we actually don't have an Ashiok here. Yeah, we don't have an Ashiok in this matchup. Wrath of the Skies or Supreme Verdict. I guess we bring in a copy of a Supreme Verdict. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know what to bring. I feel like because of the Orim's Chant, this actually, like, this matchup doesn't feel as bad as I thought. Right? Like, a little bit of a slight hiccup. Like, I feel like Tamio wouldn't have died if I just played it right. Unaware of Blast Zone coming down, so... Like, besides that, I feel like we were in a commanding position. Okay. This plane keeps showing up, which is not great, by the way. Okay, that's actually really good because drawing this allows me to go Tamio here. Otherwise, because of the planes, I'd have to go Lauren revealed first. Okay, so win with a Tamio. That's what we're trying to do here. Yes, because of the Orim's Chant disallowing opponent from attacking, this matchup, which otherwise would have been absolutely terrible, is now, like, actually doable. Right? Because the Field of the Dead controls like one of the worst matchups. I wouldn't say this deck is purely control, but, you know. I'm gonna bottom that. I want another blue source here. I think I should probably transform my Tameo and leave up a mana drain. Because sooner the Tameo ultimates, like, the better it is.
Respect the library.
Because as soon as Tameo ultimates, like, we just win the game. What? Okay. I was confused, like, why they shocked in. I think it's Court of Calling. Okay. Sand is pretty good. Outside of the fact that I keep drawing this double plane, by the way. What's happening? Why am I so good at drawing this double plane? Ooh, Yawgmoth. Yogg. How is a Yogg matchup? I mean, the deck has board wipe, so we got that going. And swords as well, so yeah, maybe it's actually really good. Yeah, not much we can do. We just pass the turn since we got nothing to do. Marionette. Let's counter that. Cauldron Familiar? What the... Interesting. Yeah, this plane is killing me. I'm not gonna lie. This plane is killing me. It might actually lose me the game here. Probably Orcish Bowmaster coming down. I was thinking about just casting the Treasure Cruise, but... my god. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, this double planes is killing me.
I know my responsibility. I've got it.
We might actually have lost the game because of this planes. Unfortunately. And now we draw an island. So it looks like they have another Orcish Bowmaster. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Yeah, I think we have to pass again. Maybe I should have casted the Treasure Cruise early. But then I had to exile all the mana drains. I don't know. That was a pretty difficult turn, but... it is what it is. So currently we're just looking for lands. Okay. Swords is a good card. If I can find one more land, I can leave it with the fairy. No, I would need 2 lands. But I'll probably just Swords, Snapcaster, Mana Drain here. Grist, that's fine.
Flows, drink deep.
Let's get rid of that. See what they do. Okay, we got him. Our patience paid off. Ephemerates as well. Okay, we find a land. Ah, we need one more land for Ephemerate play here. That's unfortunate. Should I still play Teferi? I feel like we can still play Teferi here. Bounce a Grist.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
We should bounce a Grist instead of the Orc Army token because Grist can transform into a Planeswalker. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
We can even Solitude Ephemerate play. We let that go. Another Grist.
Hunger beyond death.
What should I do? Should I let that through? I have another Teferi anyways.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Okay, so they can do 1, 2, 3. So Court of Calling is right now doing 1, 2, 3. They can Court of Calling for 3 here. If I Ephemerate, I get back a source here. I don't think it's actually too worth it. Probably just Divine Purge here, right? This makes Court of Calling for 3 kind of bad. Like, if they want to Court of Calling for 3 here, it's pretty bad. And they would be just wasting a turn, in my opinion. At least that's what I think. So they still Court of Calling for 2. I wonder if I should use this Ephemerate here in response to Bowmaster coming down. They went face instead. Okay. And I think I just play our Teferi here and pass.
I am not going to sit this one. Don't worry, I got this.
So even if Yogg does come down, it's kind of useless. They're going for Delighted Halfling. Into another Delighted Halfling. So we got a mana drain. I am going to just purge again. Plus
I'm
again.
not making this up as I go.
Okay, so now we have a Solitude plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a mana drain. Perfect. This is exactly where you want to be. That's exactly where you want to be. Let's just pass.
I'll protect
Passing seems good. How many Orcish Bowmaster is that? That's 2. They went for Halfling. What should I do? I think I should just let that stick. What else did they do? So they went for Grist. Short. We're gonna let that stick again. Now what do they do? Do they attack? Nice. Bounce that. Let's brainstorm. Into a Flooded Strand. Okay, I don't think we need another Ephemerate just now. Okay, they surrender. This is what I'm talking about, right? The power of this deck is to make our opponent leave. Did we win the game? No, we did not. My opponent's at 20 and they just left. Okay, Wrath of the Skies, Supreme Verdict, Stern Scolding, March. Now that is a lot of sideboard cards, isn't it? I think you're actually supposed to go down on... Like, we've never done the Teferi plus Orm's Chant combo yet. I'll go down on a copy of an Ephemerate. I'm gonna cut Supreme Verdict. I think it's just too much. And I'll go down on a copy of a Snapcaster Mage as well. And I'll also probably go down on... What do we go down? Like, we're just bringing too much, right? So maybe you're actually supposed to just get rid of Ephemerate in this matchup. I'll have one, actually, because of the Cyber Siphoner. Maybe I'll just go down on a copy of a Solitude because it can be a little bit slow. Yeah, maybe because I'm playing Ephemerates, going down on Solitude, maybe it's a bad idea. Yeah, I don't know. Young Wolf start yet again. Oh, it seems like they have a Flare-Up Cultivation. Interesting. No, it's an Endurance.
I've read nearly the entire
Yep, they have an Endurance. Either an Endurance or maybe something else. I don't know. That's gonna be a little bit tricky, huh? Chthonian Nightmare. Chthonian Nightmare is not a very good card versus a control deck because you do have to keep bouncing it to your hand. So if you do ever get it down just once, you'll at most get back one thing and then it'll get countered later on, right? Does it make sense to attack here? The problem with the Orim's Chant is it's only good if the Teferi's down against this deck because they have, you know, way too many ways of flashing creatures onto the battlefield, right? So... Dotsies? I'll mana drain this. Why not? Untapped land would be fantastic here. Oh my god. Yeah, untapped land is literally the best card. Untapped land is actually the best card here. This is a bit annoying, but it's fine. Okay, so they don't have an endurance. That's good to know. That's good to know. And opponent has one card in hand. Good to know. Soars to Plowshare. So I need that land. We only have one white source. Man, this is a little bit tricky, isn't it? If I can transform, I can basically lock them out of them attacking. Maybe I'm supposed to actually just play out the Teferi here. What if they have a... Yeah, let's just play out Teferi. Let's set up so we can win next turn.
Here we go.
As long as the last card wasn't a Yogg, and then we're good. If the last card is not exactly Yawgmoth, we have a fighting chance. Okay, that's good to know. It's another Bowmaster, though.
No more games.
My plan was to transform the Tameo.
Enough.
By killing the, Darn. That's not good.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
No, not like this. Block. The fairy does die. Does it? Okay, how does this work? Can Tameo transform? I don't think the Tameo can transform. Am I throwing? How does this work? So Brainstorm goes off. Orcish Bowmaster goes on stack. And then... How does this work? Oh my god. First, what is it called? I'm confused. So I'm just gonna pass. Also, they shouldn't have drawn a card there. Okay, we need to draw into board wipe, right?
It's only a matter of time.
I wonder how many surgicals they play. Okay. I guess I could have actually transformed the Tamio there. Oh man, this deck is actually so hard. I'm just thinking about so many different things, so I'm misplaying a lot. Okay, I think we have to Divine Purge here. Yeah. And let's leave up a Stern Scolding. So what is it called, like, when there's two effects that are happening at the same time? Like, there's like a rule, right? There's like a rule? Like, which one happens first? Like, goes on stack first? I'm so dumb. Like, why don't I remember anything?
Let's slow this down.
Why don't I remember anything?
Don't worry, I got this.
I have to look it up after this. Because I'm wondering if I brainstorm when there's a Tamio and a Orcish Bowmaster on the battlefield at the same time, right? Does my effect go on stack first, or my opponent's effect goes on stack first? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Perhaps there are more.
I think we just leave up a Stern Scolding to counter their Bowmaster here, and then we should be good to go. And then obviously we played Treasure Cruise, and I feel like we should win the game after that. I'm just saying it right now. This is outside of my comfort zone. I never play Azorius. So just excuse me if I'm misplaying a lot here. This is not my territory.
I've got it.
This is not my territory here. Leave up a 4. Five. I'll leave up a swords. Okay, we got a Snapcaster Mage.
I'd rather avoid a fight. But I'm not so easily defeated.
Do you see?
Use your words.
You see my Planeswalker? It's tapped. Oh, did I get rid of a Stern Scolding? Oh, that's fine.
Don't make another move.
Another young wolf.
I am not defenseless.
I'll protect you.
I should do this now because of the Court of Calling, right?
Nothing like warm tea and a fascinating story.
Bogart Trawler. Okay.
Think before you act.
Let's just tap that. We need an Orem's Charm, but we're not drawing it.
battle of arms, but of ideas.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. This might be a bad idea.
So get back a brainstorm. Do that again. Does this get rid of planeswalkers? It doesn't. Now they have 5 mana. Orcish Bowmaster is 6 mana. There is no graveyard, no cards in the graveyard. Good thing I brought a copy of Aretha Skies. Into a Young Wolf, sure. Play the side of Siphoner. Get back a Brainstorm. And let's Emblem.
The multiverse holds more knowledge
There it
than I could ever
is.
learn.
It is time to win the game here.
I've got time.
We are here to win the game here. Attack. Teferi doesn't allow opponent from playing the game at an instant speed. Orim's Chant doesn't allow opponent to cast any card for the turn. That's a wrap. That is a wrap.
That's more like it.
I am not
Attack.
senseless.
And the turn. Do that again. They can't play the game. I can't believe we didn't draw a single copy of Solitude, by the way. Oh, we did. GG's. Wow. And there it is. Okay. I think this is a mulligan. What? Isn't this the same hand that I just saw? Huh? Except it's instead of a Snapcaster Mage, I had a Tameo. Which I prefer, by the way. Oh god, thank god. Thank god. My hand is kind of bad though. Thinking about it. Hopefully with the Orim's Chant and Divine Purge, it's enough to stall. If I had a Brainstorm, it would actually be literally the best. So this is Mardu, I'm guessing. So that's a Bowmaster. Doorkeeper Thrall. Interesting. I'm just going to counter that. Just because this one has flash. Torpor Orb. You have got to be kidding me. Imagine if we had just one more mana. That would have been sick. Is it lands as well? No, it's only creatures. I would want this land, right? Yeah, I'm just looking for more lands. So they're probably going to play that their giant. And then we're going to Divine Purge it. Yep. There it is. Divine Purge. And the Torpor Orb is going to become a 4-mana card. And then we're going to snap Caster Mage, the mana drain. Hopefully it works out. My turn. Oh, land was actually so good, by the way. Now we can even have up a Ephemerate. Dragon Ray Channeler. What is this? Let's make them surveil first. Mana drain there. We got another mana drain. So if I ephemerate now, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can draw. Yeah. I think we're going to do this. Hopefully we draw a land. Otherwise, I'm gonna cry. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Now play your 5-mana card. Lightning Bolt. Should I try to protect this? We're gonna let that go. We're gonna start looping our Orim's Chant. Croxa. It's kind of unfortunate because like we can't actually use the mana drain that we got from the Cyber Siphoner. Which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. Swords. And now we're gonna get Orim's Chant. And then this way we can get back our Ephemerate. And now the fun starts. We do actually have to get rid of this Dragon Ray Channeler somehow in future turns, but actually let me just do this. Wait, how does this work? This has to attack, but target player, if this is kicked, creatures can't attack this turn. I'm kind of curious what happens. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious what happens here. How does that work? Just for science. Get back on Orem's Chant. Let's source this. I think this game is over, right? They can't play the game? I mean, I guess they can technically kill the Saiba Siphoner somehow. But actually, no, they can't because of Saiba Siphoner and Mana Drains. Yeah, so it's actually a lock. And we just keep drawing until we find our Teferi and our other creatures, and they can't actually play the game. More Ephemerates. Unless they can have, like, poo interaction spells. But then we have, like, mana drains, right? Yeah, this is an infinite loop. We just need to find other cards, like... Mystic Sanctuary? Still no draw spells, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's get back a Swords. Maybe I shouldn't have even grabbed the swords there. I don't know. Yeah. We need to, like, actually show another creature so that my opponent can surrender. There we go. Nice. We got it. Now my opponent can really not play the game. Nice.
Let's try this.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
Yeah, now they can't actually, like, even if they get instant speed spell, like, they can't even actually use it now because of Teferi. It's pretty gross, right? I'm actually glad that we actually got to show that off. So obviously they're gonna have some graveyard hates, right? We want some March for the Torpor Orb. This is the nasty card that they have against us. And we also want a Wrath. Do I want another counter spell? I think we might. Let's cut an Ephemerate, like maybe a Solitude, maybe a Snapcaster Mage. That was great. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, because opponent actually doesn't play that many targets for Solitude. They just have Croxa, and their deck also shuts down Solitude, so maybe cut a copy of the Teferi. Teferi is such a good component to our combo though. Maybe it's Tamio. Maybe not. I'm confused. Oh, Divine Purge. Yeah. Yeah, Divine Purge is not as good. Okay, let's go. It's an okay hand. Dragon Ray Chandler start. I don't like the fact that we actually drew a tap land though. Not a fan of that. Okay, I mean, the fact that we drew another swords probably means that I should just swords twice. Is it a Torpor Orb? It's a Thoughtseize. I feel like my hand is actually pretty strong. I feel like they should either get rid of a mana drain or maybe Teferi. Deafening Silence. Good thing our deck only plays one card at a time. It does ruin some aspects of Cyber Siphoner and Snapcaster Mage, but so there's that Torpor Orb. We're just going to mana drain this so we can play Teferi. Divine Purge. We can even Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise. Maybe that's actually better. Let me actually play this first so we can bottom a card. 5, 6, 7. And we can leave up a source here. Or if we draw Orym's Chant, that's actually even better, but we didn't. Yeah, Treasure Cruise is so good. It's actually such a nice synergy. Okay, that Deafening Silence. Pretty bad for us.
Right on schedule. Trust me, I have a plan.
Orym's Chant here would have been so good, right? They can't play Bowmaster. They can't play anything. The Lodge. Short.
Only time will tell.
Cameo. Cameo. Yeah, that Lodge was very good. Nice pickup there. They can play the Flodge out, which is a bit of a concern there. Wait! That doesn't stop Snapcaster Mage! Oh my god, that card sucks! What? I was only playing around the Deafening Silence because I thought it was gonna stop us from Snapcaster Maging. But it's actually not the case. Yeah, the card sucks. Bum bum bum. I think this game is actually over, by the way. Yeah.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
Yeah, this game is over. No way.
I will protect this library with my think before you act.
I can't believe it. What have I created? What have I done? Not like this. Not like this. I never want to play against this deck that I'm playing right now. It's literal cancer. It's actually cancer.
Violence is not the answer.
There's that Cyber Siphoner. Yeah, we're about to draw our entire deck and we're just gonna win here. Torpor? Does that even matter? I mean, kind of. Sure. Nethergoyf. Okay.
Think before you act.
Let's play out the Teferi. Oh, they got a little lightning bolt there. So I should probably plus this Teferi and then we're gonna source the Nethergoyf.
I know my
Okay. I think I'm just going to plus anyways.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
This isn't.
Okay, I'm actually getting better at the deck. The first few games, like I was misplaying a lot, but yeah, it's we're getting better. We are getting better here.
Don't worry, I got this.
Solitude.
Violence is not the answer.
Otawara? I don't think we need them.
This is not just a battle of arms.
I wish the transformation for the Tamiya was a May clause, right?
Do you mind?
Deafening silence. So we can't actually counter this, by the way, because of Pelage. Proxa. Get back a treasure cruise. It's just so strong, right? Oh, it's over. It's happening. It's happening.
I've got time.
I am not defenseless.
There it is. Cyber Siphoner. Wow. Okay, I never want to play against this deck. Not my opponents, but mine. Okay, so what have I done? What have I created? I'm so sad that something like this can work. Yeah, that is a bit concerning, isn't it? So this deck is obviously kind of outside of my comfort zone. This, like, the whole deck idea actually started from one of the viewers in my Discord. and they wanted me to play a deck because they wanted to kind of like vicariously play the deck through me because they couldn't actually craft the deck. Obviously, this is not one-to-one as you can see here. So I went through some changes, testing out the deck, and this is what I've built, and I hate it. So honestly, I don't think there's any changes that I would make other than perhaps adding like maybe 2 copies of Sink into Stupor. The problem with this card is that our deck actually wants double white. What I mean by that is we want Orim's Chant and Ephemerate on the same turn. Or if you're just stalling, kicking the Orim's Chant can also work as well. Because this deck actually wants double white, and the deck also wants double blue, having card like this where it only taps for 1 color is actually pretty detrimental to the deck. So this card did come into consideration when building the deck, but in the end I decided not to play this. And instead, we have 2 copies of Mystic Sanctuary, and we got a copy of Otawara. I am an Azorius control hater, so that's why I say, like, during the games that this is literally outside of my comfort zone. And the first 2 games I've been kind of misplaying a lot because I'm not only am I playing with this new card here, but I'm also doing some new loop shenanigans with the Saiba Siphoner. And there was actually another loop that I learned during match 3 with the Saiba Siphoner. So I was kind of learning as I go. So hopefully the comment section is not like entirely, oh my god, this guy is just misplaying all the time. I can't believe it. So yeah, that's my excuse. But yeah, this deck is... what an abomination. I'm not sure if the deck is good. Truthfully, just because I haven't played too many games with this deck, I can't say for sure it's good, but it definitely feels good. Like, if you pair this Orim's Chant with a Teferi, like, that's just, oh my god, I just don't want to play the game. And if you pair Orim's Chant into a Saiba Siphoner, and then grab back Ephemerate, because the Orim's Chant is already in effect, you can't even respond to Saiba Siphoner. So that is like the nasty part, right? The fact that you're ephemerating, but you can't even respond to it because of the Orim's Chant. So yeah, what an abomination this was. And with that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.